Welcome for today's video. This is one I am so super excited about. I have been waiting to share this with you guys. This is a very, very special video to me. Not only is it monumental because for us, we have kind of redone our homeschool space a little bit. We've kind of changed things up. A fresh new homeschool year, a fresh new organization system. We've been homeschooling 13 years and I have changed things here and there a little bit, but this one was big and fun for us. What I'm sharing with you today is the space, the storage, my homeschool storage, how I organize all of our stuff, where it goes in our home, and how I've made it part of our living space, because that's what I want. We live in this home, we learn in this home, we homeschool in this home. So therefore, I wanted the storage method that I had to be exactly that. I wanted it to be appealing to my eyes, but also functional. So that's what I have for you today. This video is also very near and dear to my heart. This video is in partnership with my friend Christie from One Blessed Mess and also Dina from Pursuing Peace. These mamas are incredible, incredible women. They are so full of encouragement and so full of wisdom and are dear, dear friends of mine. And I am so grateful to call them my sisters. And I'm so excited to be sharing this video in partnership with them. If you are here from their channels, welcome to Simply Living It. If it's your first time here, thank you for coming over and checking out our homeschool space as well. I will link Christie's channel in the description box down below, as well as Dina over at Pursuing Peace. Incredible wisdom, incredible, real women sharing real motherhood and real encouragement. And I think you will love their channels. So be sure and check them out when you leave here. For now, come check out my homeschool space. Come see what I did. I'm excited. This is frugal, like frugal update. Okay, this was a Facebook find and put a little elbow grease into it, and I'm very happy with it. So come see what we've done in our homeschool room. So the very first step for me was getting this cabinet out on the back patio. I went ahead and cleaned it out, blew out all the cobwebs, got the dust wiped off of it, took off the door hardware, and also began sanding down the imperfections. This is an older piece. There is normal wear and tear, and I just spent the day kind of in the backyard playing around with it a little bit and trying to figure out what I really wanted to do with this piece and how I wanted it to look. Then I came inside and began the process of taking everything out that was already here. And that was a big process. I thought this was going to kind of be an easy transition, but I have a lot of homeschool books, actually, more than I realized. And this little cabinet really stored a whole lot more than I even began to realize or appreciate at the time. Once I took everything out, I mean, look at this, everything out in the dining room, I was like, holy macaroni, I don't think this new cabinet is going to be big enough to fit all this stuff in it. We had a ton of books, and it really kind of forced me to simplify a lot of what we had and change things up a little bit. And I'm pleased with how it turned out in the end, so stick with me. But here I'm going through wiping some wax as a seal over the top, and my youngest was so excited to get his books in his drawer. On the inside, I did play around a little bit with the wallpaper on the bottom of the drawers, and I did that on the first 3, and then I quit because I'm like, this is not working out like I had hoped, and it's way harder than I even thought. Again, I'm not a professional, so this piece has imperfections and dents and dings, and the finish is kind of different in some places, but honestly, we had a crazy storm roll through, totally not prepared for, and this piece was out on the back patio uncovered, and I had to get it finished. I was in a time crunch to get it brought into the house, and I didn't want to paint or sand or do any of that in here. So once I got the piece in the house and in place, I had forgotten that the wall on the back, I don't know if you can tell, but it's a different color in spots, and the whole back had to be painted. So I moved everything away from the wall and went ahead and painted that back wall, moved my deer head, and got everything kind of organized in a way that I like. Here you can see some of those imperfections. I'm gonna put some legs on the bottom and add a cute little rug, but the drawers are working out nicely. I have a drawer for homeschool supplies. I have my drawer, which is what I'm showing you now, that has solutions manuals, teachers manuals, homeschool unit studies, and then a special little moose there on the bottom that my son painted for me. But anyway, this is my drawer. This is the drawer for Mama. The top one is mine. And then there are 3 drawers underneath that I'm going to show you now that each of my boys have. There's one for each, and that works out great. My youngest actually utilizes his so much more than the older boys. Musical multiplication is one thing that we've used in the past, but I did go ahead and pass that on to a mama that could use it because we have fallen in love with times tables all over again. So yeah, this drawer has all of my 5th graders' homeschool supplies, his books, the curriculum he's working through, anything that he might use or need in a homeschool day is kind of stored in his bin. And then my 2 older boys, this is the bin that is for my 8th grader. He has IEW, he has Denison Algebra, he has different journals and things that he will need. And then the bottom drawer is for my oldest. I'm not totally in love with how I decorated the top of it just yet when I filmed. However, I have since redone things and I love it. This drawer, I haven't figured out what to put in this one yet, so I just have a book stored in here that is too big for the cabinet that I'm going to show you. So I'm still in the process of figuring out how to sort all of the things and how to organize all of them. So I'm coming to you with a homeschool room organization tour telling you that I'm still trying to figure it out. This bin was in our old cubicle, and in it we have books that are like curriculum workbooks, Professor Noggin's games, and then some art supplies are stored in there. There is supposed to be another shelf in it similar to this drawer or this cabinet, but the shelf is out of that other one, so I'm gonna have to have my husband build me one. Again, this was done very frugal. I love it. I'm so pleased with it. I love the way it's finished and finalized now. It looks very different than in this, as far as the decor, than it did in here. But in this specific cabinet, I have all of our books. So in this bin that I'm showing you, up top, we'll move on to up top. So this one has different Bible readers, different story books that are picture books that are our favorite. This book I'm pulling out right now, Lost in the Woods, this one is a family favorite. We've had this forever, and my boys love this book so much. It's just a treasured book for our family. Clear back to when my boys very first began to read. And then down here we have different books that are maybe part of a curriculum or Christian heroes books, also the Tuttle Twin books. Those are all inside of here. It's more chapter book style, if you will, that stays in this basket. So I'm still sorting things out. The desk that was here is now in my oldest bedroom. So really I could get rid of the bottom drawer, put his stuff in the desk, and then utilize that bottom drawer in some way. But essentially, this is what we have for right now. It's functional, it's simple, it is pleasing to my eyes, even more so now that I finished decorating it. I need to get a picture up here for you guys so you can see what I'm talking about, but I love it. I love it, I love it.
Now this sits over by our couch. We'll store all of our unit studies, like whatever one we happen to be working through at that point in time, and my boys' workbooks for the unit studies. Because it's right by the couch, it's so easy to just grab everything. I don't like sitting down and getting snug on the couch and then having to tell the boys, hey, go grab your books. Like, this is so easy. We have different read alouds that we might be going through in here, different devotionals that we might be going through, American history. We've got just some books that I enjoy reading. And then whatever unit study we're working on, we will also keep and store in this bin, just because I think it's nice to have all the parts and pieces of one thing in one specific space. We used to store their individual workbooks for the unit studies in their bin, but I'm finding, like I just said, it's so much easier to have it all right here. So when we're diving into a unit study, whether it's Gather Round, Campfire Curriculum, whatever, something from the Good and Beautiful, it's all stored right here, and we just grab it at the same time and use it. So it works well for us and for our family, and that is how we store and organize our homeschool curriculum. Thank you so much for coming and taking a tour of our new homeschool space. Do not forget to check out Christie and Dina, linked down below. They are also sharing their homeschool room tour with you today. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one.